Hey guys, this is Friday's Fitness Corner and I'm Jeannine. We're at Studios Fitness and Dance in Wellesley, and this week I want to discuss posture insofar as our lats. So we talk about glutes a lot, we talk about hip stabilization and all that sort of thing, we talk about core strength and all of that, but think, if you will, of the body working with diagonals, all right? So sometimes I use a fence image as an example. So if we were a fence, right, just a regular fence, we'd be standing like this, right? Our feet would be the fence posts and they'd be 2 feet into the ground, maybe with some concrete. So we had just a couple of horizontal stabilizers as a fence. Hey, no problem, right? But what about the fence gate? You come up to the fence gate and that thing's got to be able to swing open and shut. It doesn't have 2 poles stabilizing like that. So what does a gate have that the fence doesn't? The gate has the diagonal crossbar. So I want you to think of your bodies as that fence gate, because anytime we're not here, for instance, here, right, upstairs, anytime we are not standing like this, we are the gate. And what is our diagonal? Our diagonal is going to be our lat and the opposing glute. And that's how the body in that cross pattern, right, stabilizes through movement patterns and activities and all sorts of stuff that we do in day-to-day life. So I'm going to turn on those lats. I'm going to show you guys how. I have a thick band. This is a tough band. I double it over, and I don't really want to be able to get any distance when I pull that band apart. I'm going to place it on the absolute top center of my thighs, and then what I'm going to do, I'm going to let go of one side just so you can see. I'm going to steamroll my arms out to the side. Note my elbows are sucked into the side and the arms are really just coming out, and that includes the wrists, so my hands will have a little bit of a palm facing each other. I don't want you to hold the band too far out because you'll get out into open air here and it's much harder to stabilize and not as safe for the joints. So start with the hands here, and we're going to just activate by pulling apart and release. Note that there's a difference in the posture line. There's a difference in the way the body looks when we activate those lats. The chest lifts, posture looks really lovely, nice and pretty, and we're working those lats. So I'm going to hold that, and I'm going to turn this into a deadlift. So I'm going to face this way. I'm still turning on those lats, still steamrolling the arms apart. I'm going to keep that as I lower down and then lift back up. Now, it's easy to let this pull go towards the bottom, and even on the trip down and the trip up makes it much harder. But this is going to be stabilizing. It's going to make it almost impossible for the back to round as you come down. Now, to this, I'm going to keep my hands right where they are. I'm going to progress and hold the weights. Exact same spacing, right? I'm starting with little 5-pound weights in each hand. You can work your way up, but it's kind of intense to add that pull as well as the weight. So I'm pulling that band apart, and I'm lowering down and back tall, lowering down and back tall. All right, so now everything is working. I'm going to add one last thing. Spreading the floor apart with my feet. So I'm moving my feet out to the sides. Now, this is turning on the abductors big time, and my glutes are turned on, adding all those things, trying to keep spreading the floor and trying to keep spreading the band with the added weight. This is hellish. Oh my goodness. So let's do about, fast forward, 15 of those. That's it for Friday's Fitness Corner. Think about those diagonals. Think about the lats. Think about your glutes and how they have a relationship with each other to stabilize us through life. Let's check out what we're going to do next week. Next week, we have time to think about it. For now, thank you so much for watching Friday's Fitness Corner. I'm Jeannine at Studios. See you guys.